Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and Sunda
show. Extravaganza.
Extravaganza, yeah. It's an extravaganza now. It's a special event.
It is a special event. You know why, James?
Why, Sunda?
Because you made it here in one piece, and we were only 4 minutes late, and you were making me late. You were doing it on purpose. You were just opening the door slowly, shutting the trunk slowly, saying, "Oh my God, it's almost
slowly.
almost
I
time."
only go at one pace.
None. Zero.
It's fast.
Zero. Fast.
Fast.
We're going to change the name of this show to what? Anxious and Depressed.
Anxious
right?
and Depressed.
Anxious and Depressed. He says that I'm too anxious, that I'm trying to get everything done, calling everybody, doing this, and getting nothing done, and he won't move.
And she says I'm depressed, but I'm really not. I'm
No, he's not
extremely
depressed.
happy.
He is happy.
Thank you.
You believe in happiness. You're writing a book about happiness.
I am writing a book about happiness.
Right. How many pages do you have?
How many pages does it have to be?
At least a page, James.
No one's going to buy a one-page book. It's got to be like 250 pages minimum.
Well, the first thing I want to say before we start the show, is I want to say hello.
We started the show.
We did start the show.
Yeah,
I wanted to
please.
give a shout out to Tova Dershowitz, Rabbi Dershowitz's wife, who had us over for Shabbat dinner last week.
Yes.
And that was very nice because, you know, something, she really doesn't care much about me, but you.
She's a big fan of mine.
She's
yeah.
a huge fan.
But I made a terrible mistake at the Shabbos dinner because I was wearing a shirt, an undershirt, and a jacket, and it was so hot. I was sweating during the whole.
But why do you?
the
He
whole meal.
always wears jackets because you don't
I
want
need
to.
the
Because he doesn't want to
pockets. I
carry a
need the
pocketbook.
pockets, yeah.
He
Why
doesn't
would I
wanna
carry a
pocketbook?
pocketbook?
Because you're going to ask me to hold something.
I'm not going to ask you. Where you don't even have any pockets. I don't know how you function
Oh, I have
without
pockets. I had babies. I have pockets. Okay, I got pockets
You're
like
right.
you can't imagine.
It's more like you have a book bag.
I got a book bag right
Yeah,
here. Okay, I got
you do.
places to hide things.
You got
I'm
luggage.
just depressed about the Jersey Shore being canceled. That's what I
Really?
wanted to say. Yeah, the
Please
Jersey Shore is
tell
being
them about
canceled,
this.
and I'm depressed about it.
breaking news.
It's breaking news. It's breaking news. What
Jersey
is
Live television?
This is Jersey Live, right? But what's going to happen now? What are they? Nobody. Well, you know what's going to happen when people have nothing really good to watch.
That was really good.
I never saw it.
I never saw it either.
But the characters were just unbelievable. My daughter can do an impression of Paulie D like nobody else.
Yeah?
Does she do it
She
all right?
does, yeah.
She
I
does
don't even know who Paulie D is, but I know it's a good
Well, I
impression.
was down the shore this summer, and I thought about James because every time that I'm out to dinner with James, he insists that we're not out together at dinner.
So Sunda should have her own talk show, which she has. This is a talk show. She's a great talker. She can't stop talking. And wherever we go, people go over to us, and a lot of them want to talk to Sunda, and it goes on for hours, and it's horrible. And we went to dinner. This is an important thing to know. You go to dinner with Sunda, you're not going to eat with Sunda. She's going to go to another table, sit at the other table, and eat with the people at the other table.
Well,
and that was the strangest thing. We were out to dinner, and Sue Katz was there, and her husband, and your husband. I'm there, your kids are there, and 2 seconds later, you're eating with people you don't even know.
They were very nice. I just couldn't say no.
How do you do that, though?
Well, you just sit down, you talk to them.
But you don't feel weird that you're imposing on them?
No, they told me sit down, so I sat down.
But then you started eating.
They
Did they say eat? Did they say you should have a bite? You were like, I'm going to try this.
I said I would try it, which I did, and it was very good. I just think he's jealous because he does. That would mean that he would have to get up and move, and that's something that
I say hello when I go back to my table. I don't want to bother anybody.
Listen, I'm not even finished, okay? I've got to tell you
Said you
something.
were.
The craziest thing was that we run into this woman who wants to speak to James in Yiddish because James speaks Yiddish.
do.
Say in Yiddish you speak Yiddish.
Ich red Yiddish. Thank you very much.
Right, so that's what he does.
Thank
So
you.
the woman...
And Sunda speaks Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Stop this shit. No, not
She
really.
does.
No, he keeps telling people that, and I don't. It's dialect. And I just want to know, just to go off the record, this is Julia's ring. She's helping us today.
Julia over there.
Julia, thank you so much for letting me wear your ring because
Thank
it's
you
not
very
mine.
much.
And it's feeling very heavy, like it could really leave a mark. I like it. It's a weapon. So where was I? I was with this woman who was talking to us in Yiddish and English and telling us a story about what happened to her.
Yinglish, as they call it.
Yinglish, right.
Yinglish.
Talking about what happened in the concentration camp. She's a survivor.
She's a survivor, yeah.
And she told us a story, and it was 45 minutes to just tell this story. And I'm going to tell you the story.
Well,
Go.
we don't have 45 minutes.
No, we don't, but we can
She
condense
said this.
it.
Did you just notice that? She said, I'm going to tell you the story. Go.
Go, because you think you're faster than me. Watch how long it takes.
No, I'm not telling this other woman's story. I'm not taking a woman's story and then going to tell her story. She come tell the story.
She wants to come and tell the story, but this is what she said after she tells us the story. She goes, I talked to Phil Blazer, and he says, talk to Sunday and James, and go on the Sunday and James show and tell the story.
Yeah, but then Phil Blazer said he has no idea what you're talking about.
But she knows his name.
As she does, yeah.
So she's not making it up. So she's in the concentration camp, and this guy says that he is the mayor of Prague, and what he's going to do is give them food and clothing when they get out of the concentration camp. Am I wrong?
They can stay at his palace.
Right, and they can stay at his
and
palace.
They'll have work.
Right.
And so they come to Prague and they start asking for this guy, the mayor, and then some woman is like, "You sounds like you're talking about my son. He's not the mayor, he's the village idiot." Is what the story was, and then they went back to the camp. I think
They
I don't know
put him back to the camp. I don't know.
I don't
That's
know
not
back
a
to the
funny
camp.
story, but
I don't know why we just told that.
we shouldn't step. But guess what? We're going to have her come on the
Oh,
show and tell the
God.
story. We're going to have her come on the show. But
Why
it took.
just to tell the same story? You just told her story.
Oh, but when she tells it, she says, "This is everything. He's going to have food. He's going to have clothes. He's going to have everything." And we're talking about the mayor of Prague. You understand? And we're in this story. And then she goes off in Yiddish. And you're like, yeah. What do you say?
I speak Yiddish. I don't know. There's words. There's real words.
I don't believe he's. No, they're not words. It sounds like
real words.
Sounds like you're eating, or chewing, or something. What's your favorite Yiddish song?
Sunda. I don't have a favorite.
Sunda! I can't believe it! His favorite Yiddish song is Sundala!
I like them all. Who can pick when there's so many?
I know. There's so many. But what's your favorite?
Yes,
I had one. What is it?
I don't know.
Rachel.
Oh, Razel. Razela.
Razela.
You like Razela.
Rezala. I love to hear. You know
Rezala.
something? It's like the Adams Family. I like to hear. I love Yiddish. I do love Yiddish. I do love the way it sounds. And so I know why we're talking about that. Now he's trying to say that I just talk to complete strangers, which
But
I
if
really
you watch
don't.
this show, you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at how this segment started to where we're at now, talking about Sunda's favorite Yiddish song, you never would have guessed. You never would have said,
You would have never guessed
they're
that was
saying
my
hello,
favorite
and
Yiddish
then we're gonna wind
song.
up talking about Sunda's favorite Yiddish
It's
song.
a Jewish station.
It's
Why
just
not?
tremendous. No, I'm saying the way it goes from one subject to the next.
Because I know how to
keep
move.
up.
I know how to move.
I keep up, though.
Let me see you snap again. There you go. That's a white boy snap. Have you ever seen it?
Why is it a white boy snap?
Well, you got to go. Now do it right, left, right. And lower. Hey, he
Thank
got
you.
it. There we go. We have a whole new audience here for you, for James and Sunda. That's right. So I can't wait to start it. We have
Let's
an
go.
exciting
Let's
show.
let's take a break and come back. And
Why do I have to take a break?
No, I'm going to take a break. You stay here.
All right. I'll stay here.
All
I'll
right.
be here when you come back.
All right, we'll be right back.